Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope your day, your week has gone well. Today my video is about reasons why your hair isn't growing. So stay tuned. Okay, number one. The reason why your hair isn't growing is because you don't have enough moisture in your hair. And when I talk about moisture, a lot of people ask me what do you mean by that? I mean, your hair is thirsty. It needs more moisture. If you don't have enough moisture in your hair tends to be too dry and it tends to break off. So what you need to do is to moisturize your hair at least once or twice in a week after your wash day with water, and spritz your hair with water and make sure you braid it up so that it can keep the moisture inside. That way your hair wouldn't break off as much. And number two, which ties in with moisture, is deep condition your hair. There are a lot of people asking me why my hair is so long, and I'm telling them I deep condition my hair almost every single time I wash my hair. I do not cancel out deep conditioning at all. I might skip a shampoo, but I would never skip a deep condition, because what it does is pull moisture back into your hair so that your hair has enough moisture and it doesn't break off and it's not so dry, which also ties in with knowing your hair porosity and knowing your hair density and all that jazz, like how much hair you have, whether it is high or low porosity. You need to know all of that, because that would determine how many times you put moisture on your hair and how you take care of your hair. So if you have high porosity hair, that means that your hair shaft is wide open, and therefore water can get, or moisture can get in really fast, but the moisture you put in leaves very fast as well. So you need to know how to take care of your hair if your hair is high porosity. Now if your hair is low porosity, that means that it's difficult for your hair to get moisture. So deep conditioner is really good, especially when you add heat to it, or indirect heat. So some people like to wear the heating cap, or to sit under a dryer, or also have that steaming hair steamer. That helps to open up your pores and your hair pores and let moisture in there. And the third tip is to seal in that moisture. So after you have put in all that moisture, you need to make sure that your hair is sealed. Now if you don't seal in that moisture properly, the moisture is going to get out. So you need to seal in that moisture. I know that my hair is low porosity hair, so whenever I deep condition and after I wash, I make sure I seal in that moisture by using cold water at the end of my wash, and then I need to seal in with a cream, a butter, or oil. Oil works best for me, but for some people butter will, because my hair is really fine, and I find that if I use too much heavy products, my hair becomes too oily and greasy, unclean. It becomes dirty quickly. So oil works best for me. So you decide whatever you want to seal your hair with. You can do the LC method or the LCO method, whichever works for you. For me, it's just liquid and oil, but some people it might be liquid, cream, and oil, or liquid, oil, and cream, whichever works for you. So make sure you seal in that moisture once you're done with putting in the moisture. Number 4 is to use protein treatments. Now, some people are against protein treatments. Some people are for protein treatments. Well, for me, it depends on how my hair feels. So if my hair isn't acting right, even though I've put so much moisture, that means my protein balance is not my moisture and protein are not so balanced in my hair, which means that I need to do further and use a protein deep conditioner instead of using a moisture deep conditioner. So you need to know your hair and how it behaves, and if it doesn't behave as quite well, then that means that you need to balance it out with a protein treatment. So number 4 I said was a protein treatment, and number 5 is improper detangling of your hair. Now the reason why your hair isn't growing is because you take that afro comb and you go right to the root and comb out this hair. Now my hair is right now detangled, so my hair can move through it, but like some of you, your hair is not like mine. Mine is a little bit soft, but some people have really coarse or really hard hair, and you can't start detangling your hair from the root to the tip. It needs to start from the tip and gradually work your way up to the root. So if you're not detangling your hair properly like that, or some people's hair are really fragile, like mine is really fragile, so I really need to detangle with my hands first and take out the knots and the tangles out before I go in with a comb or a brush. That way my hair can be fully detangled. And even with that, sometimes my hair doesn't fully detangle, it's really mats up immediately. So you need to make sure you're taking the proper precautions to detangling your hair, otherwise your hair will break off and you wouldn't retain any more length. Now number 6 is shedding and breakage. So all ties in with breakage. So if you shed as much, or your hair breaks off more because you're not taking proper care of your hair, then you wouldn't retain any length. So watch how you take care of your hair, and if your hair is shedding more, maybe you should try all these other treatments out there. I've seen several of them. They have the rice water treatment, they have peppermints, they have castor oil, some people use onion juice. There are all kinds of treatment out there to stop excessive shedding. I mean, it's normal to shed about, I think the average is about 100 strands per day or something like that. So if your hair is shedding like more than that, like every single time you wash your hair you have like this big of a ball, and your hair is not that long. I mean, long hair, your balls get bigger because you have more length to it, right? But like your hair is short and you still have like a palm or 2 of shedded hair in 1 week or 2 weeks, then that means your hair is shedding too much and you need to either go see a doctor or take some natural steps to stop that shedding. Now number 7 is holding on to split ends and fairy knots. Now if your hair is 4C, 4B, kinky, let's just say kinky, okay, your hair tends to knot up on itself, love on each other, hug each other. So you tend to get these fairy knots at the end of your hair. Now if you don't cut those things off, sometimes while detangling it could break off your hair. Also when you have split ends, if you don't take care of those split ends, it's going to further split up, so which will cause breakage also. So you need to take precautions about that and try to cut them off. But I mean, number 8, don't be scissor. Is it number 8 or number 7? I'm lost. Don't be scissor happy. So like cut them off reasonably. Don't like take the scissors every single day and be cutting your hair and expect that your hair is going to grow. It doesn't work that way. I mean, the average hair growth is half an inch every month. Some people's own is more, some people's own is less, and you need to determine which one yours is. I mean, if your hair is growing 0.2 and you're like cutting off 0.1 every single month, I mean, you're not keeping as your length. Like, you're cutting off more than you're supposed to cut. So you need to make sure that you're not cutting off too much of your hair, but you're trimming off those dead ends, those fairy knots, those splitted ends.
Thanks guys for watching. The video is becoming too long, so I have to cut it short and put the next part in part 2. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.